everybody. It's Brooke with the Buttered Home. Hey everybody, it's Brooke with the Buttered Home. It's a real feat these days to like just get both video feeds to start at the same time. But I wish you could see Danny. It took him a minute on Instagram, so that's why we were being all kind of silly on Facebook. Hey, so also, can you check and make sure we're on the Buttered Home and not my personal page too? We've had, these last 3 weeks have been trying, to say the least. So my month of cooking with kids has been tested, to say the least, and it doesn't have anything to do with cooking with my kids.
We've been the least of her worries this month.
Yeah, so, you know, being under the weather one week, and then the next week we go live and it's on my personal page, and it's just been one thing after another. I'm waiting for the...
Wait, we went live on your personal page last week?
Last week we sure did.
On
We're
Instagram?
good? Okay.
On Instagram
No,
or Facebook?
on Facebook. Where have you been?
I didn't know it was on your personal.
That's because Reagan retreats to her cave as
I
soon
was-
as we're done,
I
and
was
she had no idea that we
I
couldn't
was-
find the video.
I was in here when it happened.
Anyway, but Danny was celebrating the fact that when he started both videos, that the video didn't do this right here, even though he did all kind of stuff on Instagram and it took a minute. So anyway, welcome to Messy Kitchen Monday. Things have been messy in a very different way this month. So we like to laugh, and most importantly, we like to laugh at ourselves. So we tend to do that a lot on Monday nights. Tonight, we are capping off the month of June in a really sweet and delicious way. And you know, I talk a lot about how I prep all this stuff way far in advance. So over these last few months that people have been home quarantine cooking, I can't tell you how many recipes I've seen for blueberry cake, and I'm thinking, I don't do that till the end of June. I'm missing the boat. So hopefully the blueberry cake trend of quarantine has passed long enough that now you want to make it again, and I'm going to show you how to make it really easy. And it's a lot of fun to do with your kids too, because the color that it makes is just absolutely beautiful. So it's almost like you get this cake that looks tie-dyed, and it's really fun. So it's just really basic, simple ingredients. It's blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen, salt, lemon, a little bit of lemon zest, vanilla, egg, butter, self-rising flour, and buttermilk. So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you are using frozen blueberries like I am, you're going to take about 1/4 of a cup of flour and, no, right here, and a tablespoon of sugar. Look.
Oh.
And you're going to put those in your blueberries and mix it up in your blueberries and just kind of set those to the side. Let me move that out of the way. And of course I would get a measuring cup. That's too small.
You want to get a bowl?
Nah, we'll get it in there. But what this does is this kind of macerates the berries and
You lost one.
thickens the syrup. And it doesn't take long, so you can totally do that while you're mixing everything else up. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And then we're going to start with our butter. And don't worry, all the measurements will be later in the week on the recipe themselves. And don't be doing any strange dancing. Messy Kitchen Monday, she does this thing with her shoulders, and it aggravates me just a little bit. So then we have sugar that we're gonna add to our butter, and some lemon zest. And don't worry, the lemon zest in there is just a hint of lemon, just to brighten that blueberry flavor up. And we're gonna cream this together. add our vanilla. And then we're going to add an egg. We got that good and creamed together, and we are using one of our neighbor's farm fresh eggs, and it's really bright yellow and really pretty and nice. It makes really good cake. I had Reagan crack that egg in a separate container because it's just a good rule of thumb to do that. If you're using eggs and bacon in baking, you want to crack them in a separate container so that if you do have eggshells, they won't be in your cake, they'll be in your bowl, and you can get them out a little bit easier. So that's the reason why we do that. So next, to our cream mixture, we're going to add a little salt. And why do we add salt to sweets, Reagan?
I don't know.
It enhances the sweet.
He's in there answering the question.
Your daddy knows and you don't.
I just do it.
So then we have about 1 3/4 cups of self-rising flour.
Can I add milk?
Not yet.
When we do add the milk, can I add the
Yes,
milk?
you can add the milk when we add it. So before I add the milk, I'm just going to mix this up just on very low, just a little bit. And when I say low, that means very low so that we don't spray flour all over the kitchen. Now I know that a lot of you probably would enjoy that. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to drizzle that buttermilk in here.
Get on my way.
Well, the point is for you to drizzle it and mix.
Get on my way.
Just pour it all in there. You just...
Well, you said drizzle.
I know. So we're gonna mix that up good, just until it comes together. Cake is a lot like biscuits. You don't want to overmix it. All right.
Cake is good.
So now we have this beautiful yellow cake mix, and it's, you know, it's not soupy. It's not a soupy cake, and it's not a dense cake. This is actually going to make a loaf-size cake. So this is a really good, like, tea cake to have, or if you just needed something really quick and really simple to have on hand if you have unexpected company coming. So now we are going to fold the blueberries in, and they've had time to kind of sit. Now this is my favorite part. You want me to do it? So the blueberries are good and tender, so that's why you just want to barely fold them in.
The more the merrier.
Just until you have them good and incorporated throughout the cake. Now, when I pour this cake in the pan, you're going to see why this is such a neat thing to do with kids, because it's so pretty, and it kind of teaches them about colors and how you can make something really beautiful, and then the end result will look a lot different than actually what you put in the pan. And like, it almost looks like something you could eat with a spoon right now without cooking it, doesn't it?
Without the egg, you could.
And you could eat it with the egg. There's lots of people who eat raw eggs. Then we're just gonna spread it in the pan. And see, it almost has a really pretty tie-dyed purple look. And this is gonna go in the oven just at like 350 for an hour. And then I'm gonna show you how it comes out. and you have this beautiful marbled blueberry cake, and it's moist and delicious, and it's just perfect. It's perfect. It's the perfect little spot of cake. And you could certainly make up just a little bit of lemon juice and confectioner's sugar and glaze it. If you wanted a little more lemon, you can eat it plain and it's just fine. Or like Reagan's about to put hers on a plate with lemon curd and dip it in lemon curd. So this lemon cake, and oh, it smells so good. And you won't even hardly know that lemon is there. So I know there are people who don't really love a lot of lemon. My husband being for one, but he doesn't even realize it's there. But it work well with the sugar and the blueberries to kind of brighten it up and give it just enough balance of tart with the sweet to make it a dessert that's not too sweet. Like, it's not so sweet it's gonna make you sick to your stomach kind of sweet. So that is our take on blueberry cake, and it is fantastic. We have really enjoyed cooking with the Buttered Home children this month.
And you might see us again sometime soon.
Reagan enjoys this probably more than I do, so she's forever my child. Tanner does not so much. She is her daddy's child. She doesn't like to talk in front of people, so they are like night and day. But we enjoy this. I enjoy cooking with them. We used to do this a lot more whenever they were younger, and I miss that. I miss us not cooking together as much anymore because you're too busy for me.
No.
Yeah, she's too busy for me. But that's okay too, because she's got to grow up sometime, right?
No.
Y'all have to join me later this week. Little Ray baby is my 4th of July child. She was born on the 4th of July, and we got to watch fireworks on the day she was born. So we celebrate Independence Day and Reagan's birthday every year on July 4th. And she'll be 18 on Saturday. Yeehaw! And she thinks that she knows everything.
I don't.
Yes, you do. But anyway, we love her very much, and we've enjoyed having her on here with us. Maybe she and Tanner can take over the Buttered Home for me one day. I think they'll do a great job.
I think I'll do a great job.
So next month, what we have in store for you is, this is just kind of like a preview of what we're going to do. July is all about sweets. We're going to be doing nothing but sweets, great dessert recipes for you to have all month long, I think. Pretty sure. Let me make double sure. Like I said, yeah.
Yes.
I do all this so far in advance that sometimes I can't remember. But this is the Buttered Home's take on blueberry cake. And this is just a precursor to all kind of good stuff that we have going on for you next month in July. We hope that you'll join us next Monday night, because it will be our kickoff of our sweet month of July. And it's also our 2-year blog anniversary. So come celebrate with us, invite your friends. We're going to have a good time, and we might even give something away. Who knows? But my husband is standing here licking cake batter right in front of me, trying to mess me up, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So it's my cue to go, because he's too much. He's so extra. Okay, we love y'all, and from the Buttered Home to your home. Good night.